Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time, and welcome to our Maserati F1 Manager series as we continue Season 3 today in 2027, and it's race 4 of 19, so after this one we're near enough a quarter of the way through this third season already, so yeah, steamrolling our way through, but I hope you're all doing well. End of the week is just about here, weekend's nearly here, and yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what we can do today in Bahrain. So the 3 races so far in 2027. Australia was a bit of an odd racetrack for us. Kimi Antonelli got to 6th, Colapinto no points. But in the 2 races after that, China and Suzuka, we've had the same top 3, which is Max winning, Kimi Antonelli in 2nd, Colapinto 3rd. So we've gone back-to-back double podiums, 2nd and 3rd, both drivers in the last 2 races. But Max has won 3 from 3. So we're looking pretty good to mount a Constructors title challenge. But the Drivers' Championship this year is going to be pretty difficult if Max continues in the same way. So let's see how we can go today. Antonelli's put it in P3. He's on the 2nd row of the grid. Colapinto had a bit of a struggle, though. It's only P10. He's actually knocked out in Q2, but I think someone's taken a penalty, maybe Bortoletto. So he's promoted to P10. So work to do for Colapinto. Antonelli P3. Let's get this one straight underway then and see how we can go. Actually, before we do that, strategy going pretty much the same way. 2 stoppable with both drivers, soft, medium, soft. But we're going aggressive for Colapinto, trying an undercut on that first stint. So he's going aggressive, going to stop lap 16 before going to mediums, then softs. Antonelli, same starting on the softs, but going a little bit longer on stand. Well, he is on aggressive, but still going a little bit longer. He's going to go to around about lap 19. So we'll see how we go as we get this race in Bahrain underway.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. And this is it, the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Here we go then. It's going to be Max Verstappen on pole. He's dominating in 2027. It's Ollie Behrman in Williams in P2, and we start P3 and P10 with Antonelli, who's getting the jump on Ollie Behrman. Behrman looks to have a poor start in the Williams. Behrman started P2, he might be P4 after this first corner. He's fighting away with Carlos Sainz, who's in the Aston Martin here in 2027. But looks like Behrman gets through. So, Antonelli gets the jump on Behrman. So, Antonelli straight into P2 and on the rear wing of Max Verstappen. Looks like Colapinto's lost a position early on there. Tyres, the top 11 apart from Behrman on the medium, so that's why on the soft, sorry, Behrman on the medium, so perhaps that's why Behrman's a little bit slow getting off the grid there. Antonelli already trying to give some pressure to Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen has won 3 from 3 in this opening 3 races in 2027, so let's see if we can give him a bit of a battle today. Soren, hello buddy, how's it going? Hope you're well. Colapinto. The grid was very tightly packed in qualifying. There's a couple of attempts between, I think, 1st to 8th, so I'm expecting it to be pretty congested over these opening laps, although Max Verstappen and Antonelli look like they don't want to wait around too long, as Antonelli on the inside of the final corner, and he's going to make the move on Max Verstappen to lead this race in Bahrain, but Max is going to get the toe on the start-finish straight to try and reclaim P1. No DRS, it will now be enabled. And Max Verstappen back on the inside, he is going to take that position. And Ollie Behrman is starting to close back up, so we momentarily pulled away. Now the DRS is open. Behrman didn't get DRS. Colapinto looks like he has had a move done back there. He's up to P10 again. Go back to deploy with Antonelli. Why Franco P11? Franco was knocked out in Q2, unfortunately, so qualified P11. I can't remember who took a penalty now. Someone took a penalty anyway, and Colapinto is promoted to P10. So qualified P11, started P10, then dropped to P11, back to P10 now. Antonelli's got DRS on Max Verstappen. Too far back, maybe not. He's having a look again on the inside of Max. Max saw him coming though, plenty of room left as they're side by side. Max should have this though on this right-hander. And Kimi Antonelli is trying, and it's round the outside. Great traction round there. But ideally, we probably would have been better off waiting because Max is now going to get the DRS on that start-finish straight again.
Okay, good job there. Try to increase the lift off.
And Max swings round the outside, so he's already past us. This is going to be problematic for us here. No. Yeah, it's because Max does get the DRS, so we've got nothing to defend against Ollie Behrman with.
Try to recover your previous rhythm that was looking fine.
Ollie Behrman on our inside. He's come back into it on those mediums. Actually having a good start to this race is Behrman, and he takes us. And we're back to where we started, P3.
Okay, do your best there.
Senitsu, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Much appreciated. And DJ Boss, thanks for the follow. So yeah, if we look at tyres, Behrman is on that medium tyre. He's using quite a bit of it, but good start. Sainz has used 80% of his tyre. Or 20%. He's down to 80%, I should say. So essentially where we started this race now. P3 with Antonelli, P10 for Colapinto. Really want to make sure we don't let Max get away from us in this race. Piastri fan, hope you're well. Yes, I'm very well, thank you. Hope you're doing well. Eva, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. And if you're dropping into the stream, no matter the platform, if you have the ability to, do smash that like button, super appreciated, really helps me out. Starman, thanks for the follow. So Max having to go very defensive on Ollie Behrman, who's in the Williams this year, and he's nearly taking the lead of this race. On that medium tyre, the Williams has had great pace in qualifying. They've obviously bought an upgrade here to Bahrain. We are in 2027, and Ollie Behrman leads a race. And Colapinto's going back down to P11, and Max Verstappen might be down to P3. It's all kicking off here, and we've now got the DRS on Behrman. But we can't make the move. As I say, I thought this was going to be congested, and we've now got a DRS train from Behrman down to Perez, 1st to 14th. The grid is tightly packed here in 2027. So Lewis Hamilton, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Colapinto finds himself down in P12. Our DRS is not very good, so when we're in a DRS train, it's not great. Our car works better when we've got clean air. And we haven't got any clean air right now. We are going to try an aggressive undercut of Colapinto, no matter when that will be, so we might have to go even earlier. Antonelli having a look again on Behrman. Yeah, our tyres are 84%, but we've got people like Sainz down to 74%, so we want to try and get in before him if we can. Josephine, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Antonelli, this will be a great chance for him now as we release off this final corner. Can Kimi Antonelli take the lead of this race here in Bahrain? DRS opens now. Now we start to gain on the Williams of Ollie Behrman. He goes defensive to the inside. We switch over to the outside. As we jump back on board, can we make this work? Yes, we can, but who got the DRS there on the second detection zone? Behrman did, so Behrman's got a great chance of coming straight back at us here. He looks to be a little bit too far back, though, is he, though? No, he is going to go for Ollie Behrman. Sends it back on the inside. And he's fighting well in that Williams, and he's back into P1. I'm quite liking a Williams up here fighting us.
Keep focus on your race now.
Max is still with us. Behrman is on the mediums. He's using quite a bit of that medium.
1.5 from you.
I think Colapinto, we just go top up, save everything for when we get clean air, and then we can push. Alina, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. You go DRS open again. We look very close to Behrman. This is another good opportunity then to take the lead of this race in Bahrain, and Kimi Antonelli leads again. But as I say, the DRS is from 1st place to 14th. This is a heavy DRS train. I did say it's probably going to be tight in the back. And it is. So an undercut could be very beneficial. It's 7 seconds from 1st to 14th after 5 laps here. So we're going to go with the undercut of Colapinto, and that could easily give you 5, 6, 7 positions, even more if they don't pit quite close to your undercut. So Colapinto's not out of this. As Behrman challenging again for the lead of the race, he will get 2 doses of that DRS. As Colapinto still fighting down there in 12th and 13th. Behrman, DRS, is he going to make the move? Yes, he is. So Behrman back into lead. This fight continues. Shane, why is Antonelli always up near P1 and Colapinto's barely ever in the points? Colapinto's just had a poor start these first few races, but in the last 2 races, China and Japan, he has come back to P3. So he has finished P3, Antonelli finished P2, so not too bad from Franco. If you stick around to the end, hopefully Franco can do the same again here today. Ooh, he got very compromised on entry there. We will get DRS again. And we're going to send out the inside yet again of the Williams. Behrman holding on to it this time, it looks like. I'm more than happy for him to do that, because I'd like to get DRS on the start-finish straight here.
Do your best, man.
But yeah, Colapinto is just struggling a little bit more in qualifying, I'd say, and that's compromising the early phase of his race. Oh, Antonelli's compromised, and Max Verstappen swings past, and we're very slow on exit there. That could cost us with Sainz and Russell looming behind us as well. We've really lost out there to Verstappen, who's got a great chance now to get back into first place. And Antonelli's a little bit compromised again on the inside. Verstappen looks like he's passed Behrman for the lead. Colapinto back past Gasly, so still around that 11th, 12th place. How much is the game? It's around somewhere between 20 to 30 pounds, euro, something in that region, or it was. Ben, what is your team called? This is Maserati. You can see it there, just about. We are Maserati. Maserati were one of the first ever teams in Formula 1. Not been in Formula 1 for a long old time.
Management is okay.
But that's why we decided to create a team series with them.
Okay, copy.
So if you're jumping in the stream, please do me a favour, smash that like button. Super appreciated, really helps me out. Oh, Antonelli! No! Antonelli! He's going to go to the back of the grid here.
Things were all right here.
Antonelli, he's lit up the rears.
That's the spin. And ultimately, just unable to bring the car under control.
What can we say, chat? He's going to go from 3rd to about last here. Well, now it's about a recovery drive. He's 14th, he's bogged down. Antonelli, he's had a few mistakes this year. His pace, his raw pace is quicker than Colapinto, but he's having a lot of mistakes. And Antonelli has lost 12 positions. And now he's in recovery mode. Oh, what an absolute nightmare. So we turn our attentions back to Franco Colapinto here. Antonelli is going to have to go aggressive. I can't believe that, chap. So Antonelli goes from P3 to P15, and Behrman reclaims the lead. I mean, he is only still 12 seconds off the lead, just how tightly congested this grid is. But we've got work to do now. We're currently sitting P11, P15. I just want to see how early I can bring in this first stop for Franco. So I'm going to try and bring it forward to lap 11, 3 laps time, go to the back of the field and just have clean air to really push on from there. But yeah, Antonelli Had a spin, and that's really going to cost us here today. Oh dear, Antonelli, what are you doing? But let's look at Franco Colapinto then. He's working his way back to the points. Currently overtaking Yuki Tsunoda, who drives for the Audi team here in 2027. Right, Colapinto up to P10. We're going to go for an aggressive undercut. Might have to do the same with Kimi Antonelli as well. We'll wait and see on that. There is a gap. If Antonelli can get past Perez and then Mick Schumacher, there is a bit of a gap forming between Gasly and Mick Schumacher here. Colapinto, we've saved a good bit of battery now. So when we come in, hopefully, once we get to the back of the field, we can really start to push our pace and see where we're going to be at the end of this race. Obviously, our tyres are going to be a bit more of an issue. Guess what we could do with Antonelli? We could try an extra stop.
It's just a lot of confidence.
I'd imagine you have got a loss of confidence, Kimi, after that.
Next car behind will be Leclerc.
I really don't want to use the hards around here. They're absolutely terrible. They are terrible. Let's just have a look. Yeah, we could try something like this. I think we just try something a bit mad here because we're nowhere now. So if we get Kimi in next lap, let's just get some clean air for both our drivers.
Box.
So we're going to switch Kimi over to a free stop. I don't think it's really going to work around here, but he's bogged down in 15th. Colapinto P10. He's going to stay on the 2-stopper, but he's going to go for an aggressive undercut. And we'll see where we go. Verstappen still leads the race, but Behrman has stayed with him, to be fair. It's now 3 seconds to Russell. Albon in the second, Williams in 4th. So that Williams has got some real pace around here today. Williams looking good for a really good result, but as I say, the pack is still tightly congested. We've got a yellow flag. Mick Schumacher is out wide. And he's had a lock-up, and that's going to hand the position to Kimi Antonelli then. Was Kimi already past him? Kimi was already past him.
Just unable to do much about it.
Jonathan F1, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Much appreciated. What's Mick's tyres down to? They're down to 58%. Right, Colapinto looks like he's trying to make another move here. This time on Gabriel Bortoleto, who's in a Mercedes here in 2027. It's up to P9 now. And Antonelli, just wondering who's got to pit. Sainz, we could probably go one more lap with Colapinto, I reckon. Yeah, I think one more lap. 1 or 2 more laps with Colapinto. But we're going to get Antonelli in at the end of this lap. It's got another yellow flag. This time Stroll, is it? Or Ocon. Looks to be Ocon. Few drivers making mistakes here. Now it's Esteban Ocon. Yeah, he's had a spin now as well.
How do we spin?
So Ocon drops to the back of the field.
So focus on your pace, and it will get them.
So Colapinto up to P9. He's now on the tail of these guys. Antonelli, though, is coming in then. So we're trying a free stopper. Not sure it's going to work, but let's have a look. So Leclerc sets the fastest lap of the race. That Ferrari, though, in P14. Can we get a good clean stop at least for Kimi? 2.2, we'll take that. And he should be coming out behind both these Haas drivers. But it will be clean air now for Kimi. And a chance to use some pace in the car if we've got it. So let's have a look. He's quite a bit off the tail, so that's actually quite good because, yeah, 7 seconds. That gives us a nice bit of clean air here. Right, we'll get Franco in as well, as he's looking to make a move, though, on one of the McLarens, perhaps. Franco growing into this race, but can't quite make that work on Lando Norris. Those McLarens, again, qualified poor, but again, they're up to 7th and 8th. They've got very good race pace. I'm going to get Colapinto in now, actually. Let's get Colapinto in now. Try get a nice undercut. Here we go, just had a 2.2 second stop for his teammate Antonelli. What can we do for Kimi? It's Bortoleto stops. That's not what we want. We do not want to be dragging cars around. 2 second stop, that's very nice. Oh, and he's delayed. Yes! Thank you. We needed that. Because that's going to be a nice gap now. And here's Maloney, Colapinto's ex-teammate. And he's going to be passing. What about Ocon? We'll just be out in front of Ocon here. Let's get these tyres up to temp. Use a bit of the battery. Coral, thanks for the follow. Brian, stop talking. We can't see. So yeah, Antonelli. Yeah, so Antonelli hasn't been done the greatest there with Bortoleto stopping that early, but that's fine. We've stopped our drivers nice and early. Now it's about just pushing on. Antonelli's shortly going to join this fight. But if you jump me in for the first time, I stream this every Tuesday and Friday. So if you like what you see, please do follow or subscribe. And as I say, if you do me a massive favour, smash that like button. And yeah, we don't forward too much track action, but until we're in a fight, we'll just move it on a little bit. As we've got quite a few pit stops coming now. So Norris, Sainz, Gasly, Pourchaire all in. So Colapinto and Bortoleto looks like they have triggered a few pit stops. Norris, though, looks like he's going to get the jump on Colapinto. Colapinto, the undercut not working on Lando there, it looks like.
Good job.
I think he's further off Lando, if anything, there. Antonelli's got past Ocon. Is that just because Ocon's come into the pits? No, he was actually overtaking him, and then Ocon went into the pits. So, yeah, that's not worked great for Colapinto. He's jumped Carlos Sainz. But yeah, Lando Norris. I'm sure we were with Lando Norris before that stop, so
Copy.
yeah, it's not worked out perfectly for us, but still a long way to go in this one. And we've got lots of cars to make their first stops, so we'll see where we get with these. Really, we want this top 10 to stay out for as long as possible. That's going to help us, really. I know we're slowing down with Kimi. Not sure what you mean, but... yeah, Antonelli was certainly on for a podium here today. And that spin has cost him dearly. No, you're pushing too much. He's on a free stopper, though. Kimi's on a free stopper now, so he needs to push. That's why he's pushing hard. He had a spin, so we're just trying to mix the strategy up. That's why we're pushing quite hard with him. But he's not really making it work at the moment. Right, Magson and Hadjar into the pits. Yeah, tyre temps are hot. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Noah.
Try to cool down as much as possible.
Copy.
Colapinto on Maloney, his old teammate then, and this should be easy work because Maloney has not stopped yet. And we get the DRS to pull away. Did Antonelli clear Maloney, Magson, Hadjar? Yes, he did. Right, so Colapinto moves to P13. The only driver that's stopped and is ahead of him is Norris. So there's still a few more moves to be had here. Right, Antonelli, let's use a bit of that battery. Try and get up to
Use overtake.
Sainz and Bortoletto here. Colapinto now on Mick Schumacher. He's got to make this one work very quickly as well. And there we go. We're through. Noah, sorry, bro. I have to go follow you so I can come back. No worries, Noah. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for dropping in. Hope you have a good Friday, buddy. Colapinto, P12 then. Ramona, thanks for the gifts. Much appreciated. Yes, we set the fastest lap of the race. All right, Antonelli has Perez and Stroll now in. Stroll made his stop, he has, so Colapinto will be past these two. Alright, Bortoletto is on the soft tyre and he is within our DRS now, is he? Yeah, so he's going to be hard to keep behind now.
You are doing a very good job there.
Discerning how, thanks for the follow, much appreciated.
But this is what happened.
Antonelli is past Say Maloney yet to stop.
The opportunity's there.
And we're following Carlos Sainz DRS in that Aston. And we're moving up to P15.
You are doing well there.
At the moment we are P13.
And Antonelli has then got Sainz on the next DRS by the looks of it. Good work from Kimi then.
Can they squeeze
Trying to
by?
fight back after his earlier spin. Colapinto, there's a yellow flag.
Try to minimize the gap with the car in
We
front.
really
now.
don't want a safety car because lots of these are yet to stop. Teo Porcher's had a lock-up. Behrman still leads this race. Is Bortoletto going to make the move here? He's having a go on the inside, and Bortoletto is going to claim P10 of Franco Colapinto, but Colapinto is going to fight it back. Bortoletto on the soft, so he's on the better compound tyre at this stage of the race. We're still side by side with him though. We're not giving this as Albon, Piastri and Lawson all into the pits. Bortoletto does get the position, but he's used 8% more tyre life than us. There's Albon, there's Lawson, there's Piastri, so Albon will be the first one out here. It's looking good for him to stay ahead of Colapinto, isn't it? Yeah, he is. We should be ahead of Piastri. Just about. Colapinto continues to fight Bortoletto. We did clear Piastri and Lawson, but Albon has got the jump on us there. And where's Antonelli? Still behind Sainz, he's behind Lawson, Piastri, so I think this is going to be a hard, long old race for us here today. That lockup, that spin, sorry, has really cost Kimi.
Try to pull down a bit more of your tires.
All right, let's see if Colapinto can use some of this battery. Got Albon up the road. Albon's on fresh mediums. Still got the top 5 to pit. But we're falling, what, 5 seconds behind Lando now. Right, let's go back to balanced on there. Antonelli having a look at Sainz, but nothing doing. Leclerc is into the pits for Ferrari.
I am trying.
And Colapinto will be past him, at least. And Nico, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're well. And Bortoletto having a look. Ooh, nearly contact into the rear of Colapinto. Antonelli has cleared Leclerc as well. Clem, thanks for the follow.
Good job there.
And Antonelli has got past Carlos Sainz then.
The gap opens up for them, and they made that look very easy indeed.
So Max has got a great chance of winning 4 from 4 here, and we're going to lose a lot of points unless we can turn this race around. Antonelli, let's use a little bit more of that battery.
Copy.
Bortoletto not going away.
You can push more. Overtake available.
Well, getting a little bit closer to Albon though. Norris has used quite a bit of his tyres. Russell now leads the race. Still very tight between the top 3. But Tsunoda has fallen 18 seconds behind here. So Tsunoda is one of the last not to stop, isn't he? Behind them, yeah, he is. So that's why. Colapinto, we're trying to push up to Albon's DRS. We can't quite get there at the moment. Vamos Colapinto, indeed, indeed. And Antonelli, we're trying to get to Piastri. Tsunoda into the pit, so this should be Colapinto and Antonelli moving up another position. But Colapinto has got Gabriel Bortoletto right behind him this time, as Liam Lawson sets the fastest lap of the race. And Bortoletto's trying to make the move. We're trying to hang in there, though. We will get the DRS here. Should get the second DRS. We will. Can we take this position straight back? We're going to have a look on the inside. Bortoletto can't move over now. Colapinto back through then. Fighting hard with Bortoletto. Pushes him a little bit out wide there as well for good measure. Alua, thanks for the follow. So Antonelli now back into the top 10. Who's yet to stop then? The top 3 are yet to stop. They are going very long, aren't they? Are they trying a one-stopper here? Max Verstappen, 50% tyre life. He's got so much tyre life still. I think Max and George might be trying the one-stopper potentially, or they're just going to have good tyre life here. Colapinto, let's have a final push to try and get into the DRS. Russell is stopping now. And Behrman. So 2 of the 3 race leaders coming into the pits at the end of this lap. I really need us to push into Albon's DRS. And I think we're just about going to get there. Got a yellow flag. Oh, it looks to be Maloney and Pourchaire. Here comes Russell out of the pits. He's going to clear Colapinto.
There's been a crash.
So is Behrman. Let's have a look at this instant, though. Oh, Pourchaire and Zane Maloney right at the back. Oh, they just... Yeah... It's a bit of a love tap between them and an Audi getting stuck behind all of that. I think that must have been Yuki Tsunoda after pitting. No, it was actually Stroll, so I'm completely wrong on that. Right, Behrman comes out. Is he going to jump his teammate? Yes, he is. And Colapinto did reach Alex Albon then, so let's see if we can get past Albon here.
It's just a lot of confidence.
Sainz gets Antonelli, but Colapinto
No problem.
round the outside of Alex Albon. As Teo Pourchaire is getting a penalty for that incident with Zane Maloney. Albon staying in this fight with Colapinto, but Colapinto is back into the top 5 of this race, or is into the top 5 for this race for the first time. How far can we go here? Behrman's on a fresh sauce at 90%. Is that a lock-up behind us there? Albon sending it, and I think he'll get the DRS to pull away. Unfortunately, he will. So we might have threat from behind here, because Lawson's got DRS. We've got nothing to defend with. He looks a little bit too far back, thankfully. Right, Antonelli isn't really working with Kimi today. Well, let's see. We're going to try this free stopper. We're going to stick with it. See if it works now. Moro Jandro, thanks for the follows. Butchering those, but much appreciated. Hope you're all doing well. If you're jumping into the stream, don't forget to smash that like button. Super appreciated. So the Williams team having a great day so far. 4th and 5th so far. But we've just lost the DRS to Albon. And we are going to be under some real pressure here. From Lawson behind us. Try to cover him off on the inside, but can't keep him there. We will get DRS to try and fight him back, but we lost a bit of traction out of that corner. Good exit though, but Lawson actually still got the DRS, so yeah, we didn't actually get the DRS, so nothing doing there. Murta, thanks for the follow. So when is Antonelli due to come in? Lap 26. Colapinto not until lap 32 now. So a long way to go yet for Colapinto. Colapinto DRS on Lawson. Lawson on fresh sauce. A lot of these soft runners though, Bortoletto down to 66% now. That's going to start to hurt. Verstappen still hasn't stopped. Where's he going to come out after all this?
Good job.
Pit loss 24. Max is going to be out around us. That might lose him time in the long term. Leona, thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Much appreciated. So yeah, Max will surrender the race lead once he stops, but we're going to have a good tyre advantage at the end of this race. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Antonelli in a bit of an Aston Martin sandwich now, isn't he?
Keep focus on your race now. Gasly behind.
But on the inside here of Carlos Sainz and Antonelli. Oh, the two Astons nearly come together there. Antonelli gets through back into the top 10. But as I say, he is probably going to stop an extra time than most of this grid. But we're going to push on now with him, hopefully. Randy, thanks for the follow. What is this? This is F1 Manager 24 video game. Sainz will just about stay in that DRS, so we've got to just continue to push on that battery for a little while. Colapinto just staying with Lawson and this top 6. Another yellow flag. Teo Porcher with an Audi. He's already got a 5-second penalty. Was that though, or was it just a spin from the Audi man? Yeah, it's just a spin from Stroll.
No.
Stroll in the Audi these days. Is it a game? It is a game. It's F1 Manager 24. And no Hamilton because we are in 2027 here. Antonelli just about broken the DRS, I think, to the two Aston Martins, Sainz and Gasly. Not much battery to talk of, but we'll take that for now. Colapinto still staying with Lawson, so this is good. And Lawson's starting to use quite a bit of that soft tyre now. Behrman's soft's getting low, Lawson's as well. So we've got a chance here with Colapinto to get more positions. Long way to go. Gasly has wormed his way back into the DRS though with Antonelli, which is a bit frustrating.
And overtake available.
It's Gasly's tyres. They're not that much better than ours, but yeah, we're just not going to have the battery to play with there, are we, with Antonelli? So I think Gasly will get back into the DRS, but it is what it is.
Priority 1 is the lift off.
Colapinto very close to Lawson. Has Lawson got DRS on the Williams? Not yet. Might be going for a move before we get to the DRS into the final corner here. Yes, we do. Sending it on Lawson. And Colapinto is into the top 6. And he should have DRS. He does have DRS. Hopefully that will propel him a little bit closer to these two Williams drivers. Colapinto into P6 now.
Now we can see what happened.
Lovely move on Lawson. Lawson's tyre is starting to go off a bit now.
They decide to give it a go. And that puts them in 6th.
And we are now into the top 6 in this race. This has been Colapinto's story so far in 2027. Poor qualifying, slightly poor starts to the race, and then he just grows into it. And that's the same here today. Top 6 now. Antonelli has kept Gasly behind him and out of the DRS. So Antonelli pushing on now. But he's going to stop again. Oh, an extra time. So Colapinto has 1 stop left today. Antonelli has 2. The next of those being lap 26. Although we'll probably just keep extending him until he reaches Piastri. He's not too far off Piastri, though. So both our drivers into the points now. Up and down race so far. And Colapinto, how far can he go? He's got better tyres now than Behrman and Norris. So, sneaky chance of a podium still today for Colapinto. He's finished 3rd in the last 2 races. Can he do it again here today? That's what we'll be hoping for. But Max Verstappen lead. He still hasn't stopped, does he? No, Max is definitely on a 1-stopper then. Max is on a 1-stopper, but depends how far back in this grid he's going to fall. Because George has nearly caught him and George has already stopped. So this is interesting from Red Bull. We've had 3 races so far in 2027. Max Verstappen's won all 3. He's still a 4-time world champion in this universe, but it could be a 5-time world champion this year if he claims the title here in 2027. And Antonelli is closing in now on Bortoleto and Lawson. And it will be his teammate as well, won't it? Piastri is close to Colapinto here. What's Piastri's tyres? He's down to 70%. Brian, thanks for the follow. Super appreciated. Hope you're well. If you are in the stream, if you haven't already, do smash that like button. Really helps me out. Super appreciated. Antonelli is now caught up to Bortoleto. He's 3 seconds off Lawson, so we could get Antonelli past Bortoleto. Look, Bortoleto got a good little exit there. Antonelli, is he going to get close enough? DRS. We're having a look. Yes, we do make the move on the inside then. So Antonelli up to P9. Can we close up to Lawson and Piastri? It's now 4 seconds to those. So Bortoleto may be saving a bit of tyre life. Not quite sure.
4 seconds from the car ahead.
Where's the cars and radio sounds? Now. Oh, yeah, cool. I was going to say, you should be hearing those. You should be hearing those. So Bortoleto, unfortunately, has got a good chance coming back at us with 2 doses of DRS. The first being on the start-finish straight. We're really burning up our tyres here. And we do keep him behind for now. And he lost a bit of time out of there, actually. Which is good. He's lost nearly a second. I don't know what happened to Bortoleto. Very slow out there, but we'll take that. Piastri's just wormed his way past Franco Colapinto, but Piastri using a little bit more tyre life, so that's fine for now. Dumble Danny, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. I think we've got a outside chance for a podium here, chat. Not even halfway through this one. And Colapinto's up to P7, but his tyres are looking better than most of those. Verstappen, I still don't know what's going to happen because he's yet to stop. And if George Russell's now on a net pit stop with him, George is about to take the lead of this race and probably pull a gap on him. Colapinto, is he going to come straight back at Oscar Piastri? Has a look on the inside, but nothing doing. And Antonelli, we're due to stop next lap as Mick Schumacher's had a lock up now.
And it was Mick Schumacher involved.
In his RB, he's going to do well to avoid that Audi then.
The wheels just lock up there.
Oh yeah, it's a
And
bit of a timid lockup of anything there. Gasly P12, yeah, Gasly P12 in the Aston Martin here in 2027. P11 now, he's just moved past Stroll as the race leader Verstappen finally pits. I think he's the only man on a one-stop, certainly the only man in the top 10 on a one-stop. Game name is F1 Manager 24. Nice clean stop for Verstappen, but look how far he's going to fall down. As I say, he's on the one-stopper though. Just ignore that for now of Antonelli. Actually, I tell you what, we will bring Antonelli in. So Verstappen comes out in P13 in between Perez in a Mercedes and the Audi of Tsunoda. That's a lot of traffic he's got to get through. Not sure that's going to work for Red Bull, but we'll wait and see on that. Right, we're just going to forward on, get this pit stop done. So Antonelli, this will be his second of 3 pit stops today. So let's get him round. So Colapinto is going to retain DRS on Oscar Piastri here. So yeah, he's got better tyres, Colapinto, than all of the top 5 now. He's only 11 seconds off the lead. Colapinto is well and truly in this race. As he goes for the move on Piastri, not quite there. Let's just have a look at this pit stop. 2.1, we like that. We can jump back on board for the second DRS. That's worked lovely.
Exit clear.
But we still can't make the move. So Colapinto stays P6. Antonelli's made his second of 3 stops today. It'd be nice to get out in front of K-Mag here. And K-Mag's going to have a good speed difference on us here, but hopefully get these tyres up to 10, and that shouldn't be an issue.
At the moment we have P15.
So Antonelli out in P15, but he should have good tyre delta now on these ahead of him, which he does. So he's got to use that pace now, and he's going to make one more stop today on lap 41. So this is a 14-lap sprint here, basically, for Antonelli, just to use that pace. Colapinto, another dose of DRS on Oscar Piastri. And this time, no, Oscar wants to fight it, but he's pushed out wide. Did we make a little bit of contact there? I'm not sure. Don't think we did. 2.9 off Ollie Behrman here. Problem is, these are going to hang around in our DRS. Piastri down to 53%. Lawson 46% though. Their tyres are starting to hurt. We've still got good tyre life in these mediums. Can use a bit of this tyre life towards the end of the race as well. So Antonelli is 11.1 off Sainz. Let's just be mindful of that. I'll totally forget, but chat, be mindful that he's 11 seconds off Sainz. Let's see what that is in a couple of laps' time. As Piastri trying to send one down the inside. Can't do nothing. Verstappen made his pit stop and now is setting the fastest lap of the race in P9. Make that P8. And he's now got 8 seconds of clean air. So this is where it's going to start to work for Verstappen. And he's now back in the net lead of this race because the loss is 24 seconds Russell will take. So he's basically got a 3-second lead now. So it's now starting to look good again. Well, Max, he's got through that traffic quickly. So I still think Max is on for the win today. Colapinto could be on for a P2, P3 at best. That's still going to be a bit of hard work for him because Russell is 7 seconds up the road on Norris. So Colapinto will have to go some to get to those guys. But as I say, he's got good tyre margin on at least the 3, all 4 in front of him, to be fair. Can't quite shake Piastri behind us here, but I think we will in time, so let's just happy with that. So it was 11 seconds. I think I only said that a lap ago, or even half a lap ago, and it's already 8.5. So Antonelli is absolutely flying on those softs now. But as I say, he has got to make another stop. But what we're hoping is all this traffic gets out of the way, gives him clean air for this whole stint, and then the final stint, he's going to have to do some overtaking. There are the Williams boys, though. We can see Ollie Behrman. Piastri has still got the DRS, but we're now within 2 seconds of Behrman. And here comes Piastri on the inside. Ooh, a bit argy-bargy through there. Piastri gets it done. We will get the DRS now on him, I believe. Don't know who had the detection. Actually, no, he retained it. That's unfortunate. So Colapinto due to stop at lap 37 is the next stop for him. That'll be his final stop of the day. It's a 2-stopper. Antonelli's final stop, lap 41, on his 3-stopper. I guess the thing that might cost Max if he gets up to this group of cars, but will they pit before he does? I think we will probably pit by the time he gets here. Antonelli's really hoping that these pit before he gets there because he's flying. He doesn't really want to get stuck behind traffic here. Colapinto, DRS on Piastri. This fight with Piastri is continuing for a few laps now. And we're back through. Piastri down to 43%. Lawson starting to drop off this battle now. His tyre's down to 37%. So Piastri and Lawson are going to be in shortly, I'd imagine. The top 4 can go a little while longer. But yeah, Lawson's probably a couple of laps away. He might even stop this lap because he's really starting to lose touch here. Under 2 seconds to Behrman and Albon. Russell leads by 7 seconds on Norris, but Verstappen is technically the net race leader because he does not need to stop again. Max Verstappen is going to the end. Pit loss is about 23 seconds. He's 17 seconds off the lead, so he's got about a 6-second lead here. Fred, do you have a favourite? Is that a favourite driver? I don't as such have a favourite driver in Formula 1. I'm more of a team man myself, so my team is McLaren, who I support in Formula 1. So I'll take either Oscar Piastri or Lando Norris. But I do favour Oscar Piastri, I think, for this year's championship. I just feel he's got the edge this year. But yeah, McLaren's the team for me. Bortoleto making his stop. Where was Bortoleto in reference to Antonelli? It doesn't matter, actually, because Antonelli hasn't got to stop for a while, has he? So that's fine. Did we get DRS? We didn't. We're near enough got DRS on Norris and the 2 Williams now. Norris is a bit of a cheeky personality, so I agree with you there. Yeah, I think they're both good drivers, but I just think Oscar this year, with his mentality, has the edge. It's only lap 41, yeah. Chris, thanks for the follow. Right, Colapinto still not quite going to get the DRS, is he? There's Lando Norris. Talking of Lando Norris, he's peeling away into the pits.
Try to pull down as much
as is Liam Lawson. So that's working beautifully for Max Verstappen. That's another 2 cars out of his way. He looks good to win this race. Piastri still hounding the back of Colapinto. What's his tyres though? Piastri should be in at the end of this lap. Hi Callie, I was talking to you a few weeks ago about showing my dad your stream, so I get into F1 Manager and it worked. Thanks, good stuff Dylan, good to hear buddy. Have you been to F1 for a while? I have. Not quite an old man, but yeah, for a good while. Since I was a young boy, late 90s. So yeah, how long's that now? I've probably watched F1 for about 27 years, something along those lines. But hey, for me, I'm not a gatekeeper F1, so it does not matter to me if you watched F1, if you become an F1 fan last week to me. I don't get all this gatekeeping stuff and people upset with people who watch the sport from Drive to Survive. Who cares? If they like it, they like it. Right, we're on these Williams drivers now. Antonelli's arrived on Sainz. Well, actually, he's not just arrived on Sainz, he's passed him. That was, what, 11 second gap about 3 laps ago.
Tires update.
And it's gone. Antonelli into P12 then as Piastri finally pits. Freya, thanks for the follow. And we're going to go around the outside. Could we get both Williams in one corner here? Potentially, there's one. Now we're on the inside of Ollie Behrman. And we can't quite get it done. Who gets the DRS though? Behrman does, and does Albon, so not great for us there. But Albon doesn't make the move. Since when Russell in a Ferrari? This is F1 Manager and we're in 2027, so George is in a Ferrari. Although it is all sorts of wrong, it doesn't look right seeing George in a Ferrari. Right, 25 laps to go. Colapinto into P3. He's having a nice little race now. But quite a few cars are going to undercut him now, but hopefully he's got pace on them in the final stint. DRS now on Ollie Behrman. On the inside, oh, he forced Behrman out a little bit wide. That will get the job done. Colapinto into P2. And great work from him. But those Williams will fight us back on the DRS zones. How do you get Audi in there? If you play it on PC, you can use mods. But unfortunately, if you're playing F1 Manager on console, you won't be able to get Audi or the 2025 liveries in, unfortunately. Maria, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. All right, Russell into the pits then. And that means Colapinto is your new race leader for now, but Behrman closing with DRS. And Behrman round the outside. And I think, again, that was done before the DRS. After, I mean, so we'll get the DRS again, which is unfortunate. Max Verstappen, the net race leader, is now behind this battle. Russell is 10 seconds behind. He's got 16% tyre life. So Russell might be able to bring a fight to Verstappen. He really needs Verstappen to be held up in this fight here, though. Antonelli's got Piastri all over him. He's got Tsunoda in front of him, who should be getting out of the way. We need to jump back on board. Colapinto, though, who's got DRS. So this is where Max Verstappen needs to get past these drivers quickly. If not, he might open the door slightly for George Russell. Is Colapinto sending one on the inside of Behrman? Yes, he is. And again, forces him a little bit out wide there. But again, Behrman gets the DRS on the start-finish straight. So it's going to be difficult for Colapinto to keep them behind. Verstappen is losing a little bit of time. That might just dip under 9 seconds to Russell, and it is. So Russell will be enjoying this as Sainz and the Audis picked up a mechanical fault. Behrman having a look on the inside, nothing doing there.
You are doing a good job.
And Antonelli has got past Tsunoda, which is good. He was losing a bit of time there. Let's have a look at that. There we go, Kimi Antonelli. Back into the top 10. Well, back in, he was 10th. He's now 9th. And the same again, and unfortunately we keep opening that door for Behrman, and he gets the second helping of DRS to pull away, so a little bit frustrating here for Colapinto. What I'm going to try and do is use the pace of the tyres once they've stopped. Verstappen can't get past, and Russell's now within 6.4 seconds, 15% tyre life in terms of advantage. Russell might challenge Verstappen here, you know. Tsunoda, Sainz, Max and Hadjar all now into the pits. Antonelli onto the back of Norris. But this is a problem. Now we've got a DRS train. We need Perez and Leclerc to get out of the way here.
In front of you, we have Norris.
Colapinto for a World Drivers' Champion. The scenes, Dylan. Unfortunately, he's not going to win this race because he's got to stop again, but he might be able to fight back to P3. I think he's going to be fighting these two McLarens, though. It should be a top 5 finish for Colapinto. Antonelli's race was ruined earlier because he spun early on, went from second, was it second or third, down to about 15th, and that's what's ruined his race. Oh, this is better. We don't want the move here. That's it. This is better, Colapinto. We want to get the move here. Verstappen's past Albon. They've lost 2 seconds to these two, though. And Russell is just 4 seconds behind now. And you can see George Russell now. But here comes Franco Colapinto. He has passed Ollie Behrman, and he leads the race again. But as I say, we have got to stop again. So has Behrman. But Verstappen and Russell, who are close to us, haven't. So we're unlikely to catch up with those guys. I'm just going to push the battery and the tyres now for Colapinto, due to stop
At the moment, they are going well. At the moment,
in a couple of laps' time, so we'll use this tyre as Antonelli's getting past Norris. Antonelli's absolutely flying, but he's got to stop again.
The opportunity begging to be taken, and they're sure to be delighted.
As Leclerc and I think Perez maybe jump into the pits there. Yeah, they do. So Antonelli up to P6. I say Lando's going to the end on those tyres. Antonelli's going to stop again. So Antonelli will lose quite a few positions as Norris squeezes back past him. So Colapinto lap 37.
It's just a lot of confidence.
Yeah, a couple of laps time now for Colapinto.
Piastri behind.
And it's thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Hope you're well. And if you haven't already, make sure to smash that like button, super appreciated. What Grand Prix is this? This is Bahrain. Colapinto's used all his battery, not ideal there. Is Behrman going to pit at the end of this lap? He should. You'd think Ollie Behrman's going to come in at the end of this lap. Yes, he does. Behrman into the pits then. Verstappen, as I say, will be the net race leader. But Russell, I feel Russell's got a chance on him. He's only 5 seconds back on him. All right, let's get Colapinto in next lap. Antonelli, yeah, we'll just forward on chat to get Colapinto in. Verstappen will get past Colapinto. You're not really fighting him. There we go. Yeah, Russell is just 3 seconds off the lead of the race, and he's got better tyre delta, and we're fighting Verstappen back, which is going to help Russell. Antonelli fighting with those McLarens again, but Antonelli is going to come in for another stop. He's about 5 laps away from that. So we've got a yellow flag.
At the moment, we are P6.
Antonelli getting back past Piastri. Don't know what that yellow flag was for. Bortoletto having a lock-up in the Mercedes.
Here we are then at the 11th corner.
Dom, is this live? This is live, but it's not Formula 1. It's F1 Manager 24.
And there's the lock-up. What caused that, I wonder?
Right. As I say, we don't forward the track action too much, but because Colapinto, we need to get him in and get him out for his final stint. So let's get him round. And we'll jump on board for the final stop of the day then for Franco Colapinto. Can we get a sub 2 second stop? Hopefully I haven't cursed our pit crew there. 2 seconds. Lovely stop. Let's just see where we come out. So yeah, we're going to be behind Behrman. Hopefully out in front of Albon would be nice, as that's the quickest pit stop of the day. There's Behrman. Yeah, we're definitely out in front of Albon, so that's nice for Colapinto. He can just bring those tyres up gradually. F1 what? Sorry, didn't hear. F1 Manager. It's a video game. F1 Manager 24. Where is Leclerc? Leclerc is in P11. Yeah, he's in Ferrari, but not doing too well this year, Leclerc. Russell in the other Ferrari could be challenging for his first win in the red of Ferrari today. He's got a good chance as Russell.
Keep focus on our race.
Antonelli is P6. This tyre delta is not going to be great on these guys, is it? Who's championship leader? It's Max Verstappen. This is race 4 of 2027. Max has won 3 out of 3 so far this year.
Boxes lap.
North.
Right, let's just get these tyres up to temp. Who's past championship winners? George Russell won the championship in 2025 with Mercedes, but Mercedes then decided not to retain him. So George Russell did not have a seat on the grid for 2026, so he could not defend his title, and Lando Norris won the title in 2026. So we started this save in 2025, so we didn't play 2024. So 2025 world champion was Russell in the Mercedes. I believe Ferrari were Constructors Champions. 2026, Lando and McLaren Constructors. And we're now in 2027. Max leads 3 wins out of 3 so far. But as I say, Russell got a chance to challenge him today. Senor de los Celos. I've absolutely butchered that, but thanks for the gift and the follow. Much appreciated. Alright, let's do a bit of topping up with Colapinto. So what have we got here? We've got Colapinto on Bearman and then Antonelli. I probably need to get Antonelli in this lap, don't we?
Box is done.
Copy, box now.
Colapinto's place in the championship is currently P5, 34 points. Well, that's live actually with the 4 points, so he will get more than that. So this is live. So he's actually P4 at the moment. Kimi Antonelli P2 coming into this race.
Try to recover your previous...
But because Antonelli's got to stop again here, he might not get points here today, Kimi. Here we go, though. This is going to be Kimi Antonelli's final stop of the day. Then 17 laps to go on his softs. Colapinto challenging Bearman now, though. Don't have time to look at the stop, but it is a 2.1 second stop for Antonelli. We're trying to have a look if we can get past Ollie Bearman here. But what would be P6, but Bearman has retained the DRS and we didn't, so that's not going to quite happen there. Right, where's Antonelli come out? 6th stop of the day. Yeah, the tyre delta isn't great on some of these, but let's see.
At the moment we have P15.
P15 for Antonelli. And how far is he off the points? 8 seconds. That's doable. Antonelli can get back to the points here. That's definitely doable. Lawson 71. Yeah, these are all... Everyone's going to the end now. So we've got to make some overtakes. And that's got to start here, really, on Bearman. And Colapinto is going to send it on Ollie Bearman. He's through into P6. Now we must push a bit of the battery because we want to be in Lawson's DRS. Julia Wise, Russell and Ferrari is F1 Manager 24 and we're in 2027 and George Russell drives for Ferrari in this universe. Right, Colapinto just got Bearman then with the DRS. Now he's got a chance at Liam Lawson. This will move him up into the top 5 and then is whether we can chase down the two McLarens. Oscar Piastri is 14 seconds off the top 2, so the top 2 looks like that's going to be set in stone. Lawson trying to fight back. Let's use a bit of tyre life, see if we can pull away. Monsieur, thanks for the gift, much appreciated. So it's 3 seconds to the two McLarens, so we've got much better tyre life, so... Let's see what we can do there. This game is F1 Manager 24. Colapinto up to P5. He's got a great chance for a podium. He finished P3 in the last 2 races. P3 in China, P3 in Suzuka. Can he make it 3 in a row? He's got a chance. He's definitely got a chance of that today now, I'd say. Verstappen down to 62%. Russell all over him. Russell's definitely got a chance of winning this race. Right. I need a very quick bathroom break, so you're going to be in control, chat. I hope I don't come back to crash cars. You're in control. I'll be 2 minutes. I'm back, Chad. Did anything dreadful happen? Colapinto, no, he's still 2 seconds off these McLarens. Broke the DRS to Behrman, which is good. What's Antonelli up to then? Now on Carlos Sainz. Why no Hamilton? We're in 2027 here in F1 Manager, so no Hamilton. First time viewing, what are the sparks from? So that'll be where the car is bottoming out. So if you see skip bank at the bottom of the car, where that's scraping the floor, sparks are generated essentially. So it's not from the car themselves, if you see where I'm coming from. Just where the car is running too low and it's hitting bottom out on the track, it'll create some sparks. Antonelli's got past Sainz.
Able to take a look here. Heading down the straight, it's certainly inviting. And up into 14th.
Antonelli back into 14th then, and he's 2.9 now of Perez. What's the tyre delta? He's still got a good bit of tyre delta.
Try to cool down
Colapinto
a bit
then
more on your tires.
has arrived on these McLarens. I'm just going to do a bit of topping up behind them now. Aria and Toxic, thanks for the follows, much appreciated. Hope you're both doing well. Antonelli, let's just use a bit of this fuel and battery whilst we've got it. I think Colapinto's got a great chance here to get into the top 3. Get himself another podium here today. And we might already be getting one of them done, but Lando will actually get the slipstream off his teammate. Can Colapinto be brave later breaking into here? Yes, he can. Past Piastri, pushes Piastri wide for good measure. Lando Norris, the next car ahead of us, and we've got DRS on him. Are we going to make the move here? Piastri goes defensive. Oh, that's very slow through there and timid. Let's see if we can get this done now on Oscar Piastri. Using the battery, using DRS.
In front of you, there is
Look to the inside. Now we're going to switch to the outside. It's a longer way round, but Franco Colapinto is going to get the job done. And he's into P3 and a place on the podium. As Antonelli is setting the fastest lap of the race, and he's moving past Pierre Gasly at the same time. And he's also got DRS on Tsunoda, but he's a little bit too far out of reach there. All right, Colapinto, let's just try and break this DRS. Get a replay of Kimi Antonelli's move on Gasly then. So Kimi is starting his fight back to the points. All right, Colapinto, let's continue attacking on those tyres. Right, where is Antonelli's? P12. Bortoletto's tyres absolutely wrecked. He's got a chance to pick off a few here. He's got a chance here, Antonelli. Mario Perez. Perez is in a Mercedes, and he's in P15. Right, Colapinto's broken the DRS to the McLarens, 2 seconds. He has got 25% tyre margin on Verstappen here. 12.5 seconds. Probably a little bit too much to do. But we'll see if he can eat into that. Antonelli then, having a look, but Bortoletto's getting the slipstream of Tsunoda. That's a good exit. The traction much better, but we're pulling out of the slipstream, and that's costing us. Daniel, go for it with Colapinto. Yeah, we're going to leave it a couple of laps, then we're going to have a push with him. Just need his tyre attempts to calm down a bit. This is what's hampering Antonelli now. DRS train. We're going to have to try and do this somewhere. Unexpected.
Overtake available.
Not that unexpected though. You're not going to get through there.
I am trying.
What about here?
Okay,
No.
okay, do your best there.
I've got a chance on the left-hander before the DRS straight. Not this one. The next corner. This left-hander coming up. There it is. That's what we wanted. Perfect from Antonelli. Gets DRS as well. Right, now we've got one of them. We've got a good chance of getting Tsunoda probably on the start-finish straight now.
Very good job there.
Vale, thanks for the follow.
11.
Nicole, greetings. Hello. So Antonelli, once he gets past Tsunoda, he will be back into the points. And then it's how far he can push up. Max has closed back to Russell here, but their tyres are going to be holding on a bit at the end. Colapinto might have a chance at the end. Here comes Antonelli on the inside of Yuki Tsunoda, back into the top 10, back into the points. How far can he get, though? As Bortoletto has to pit again. I wonder if a few drivers are going to have to pit again.
P10 at the moment.
Leclerc, we've got 11% on. Albon, we've only got 7%. I think we could get Leclerc. Whether we can get Albon or not, we'll wait and see on that. Jasmine, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. And if you are jumping into the stream, you haven't already, please do a massive favour for me and smash that like button. And if you're not already, do follow or subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, do subscribe and check out the Maserati playlist. We're up to over 40 episodes there. And if you're watching on TikTok or Twitch, head to my profile in the bio, click the YouTube link. And not only the F1 Manager live streams are held on YouTube, but all of our episodes as well. So if you want to watch this series from the very start, head over to YouTube and check out our Maserati playlist. Liam Francis, thanks for the follow. Will, what game is that? It's F1 Manager 24. And if you're regulars around here, you know we don't skip too much track action. But whilst we've got no fighting, we will just skip on till Antonelli gets within Leclerc striking distance, which is going to be any moment now. Near enough there. Will, okay, no worries, buddy. 10 laps to go then. Colapinto, 12 seconds off Russell and Verstappen.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
Just waiting for his tyres to calm down, then we'll go for a bit of an attack. Antonelli, where realistically can Antonelli get here? 3.6 then to Albon, that's doable. Lawson's tyres might drop off. Antonelli, I don't know where Antonelli could finish anywhere between 4th and 9th here, I think. But right now, he's challenging for P9 on Charles Leclerc. He's on the inside. Leclerc wants to fight it, but Leclerc's out wide. And he has to concede. And Antonelli moves up into P9.
Job at the moment. At the moment, you are P9.
Thanks for the follow, Will. Much appreciated. F1 super fan, thanks for the follow. Hope you're both doing well. 10 to go then. Verstappen leads. Russell second, but Colapinto's nearly within 10 seconds. He's got good tyre delta as Franco. Charles Leclerc is no doubt going to have a go back at Antonelli here because he's got DRS. Need to try and keep him behind if we can here. Leclerc pushing, we're going to use the battery. I think if we keep him behind at this DRS, we should keep him behind then. Yeah, he's lost a second there anyway, so that's job done now on Leclerc. It's now 3.4 to Albon. It's only 7% the tyre margin. Albon should be closing in on Lawson pretty quickly, I'd imagine. Colapinto is now within 9 seconds, though, of the leaders. The game is F1 Manager 24. Alright, let's forward on then. Close these gaps. Antonelli not closing significantly on Albon. Victor, thanks for the follow. Super appreciated. Right, Antonelli's getting closer to Alex Albon. Seven laps to go then. He's got good tyre delta. Antonelli Antonelli's got a chance of getting up to P4 potentially here. That might be a bit of a stretch. Colapinto 6 seconds off the lead. Verstappen's tyres are shot to bits. Verstappen's going to be in real trouble here, chat. Russell will be fine, but Verstappen's going to be really struggling. We should get Verstappen with Colapinto. It should be at least P2 for Colapinto. Will it be P8 now for Kimi Antonelli? Looks to be a little bit too far back, but he's going to send it. He's going to be aggressive as Kimi, and he has to be. There was a contact. There was. Albon makes contact with Kimi Antonelli. No damage to us. Albon picks up damage. I hope we don't get a penalty for that. If anything, it looked to be Albon. This move was done and dusted. It was aggressive. But look, we're well ahead. That's on Albon. That's on Albon. We can't be getting a penalty for that. RS Yale, thanks for the follows. Much appreciated. Right, Antonelli moves into P8 then. Albon picks up some damage because of that. He will still be able to fight us back though. Yeah, Max Verstappen's tyres are about to drop off the cliff. Investigation. And no penalties given. That's what we want to see. All right, Antonelli, use that pace again.
Overtake available.
Is that Maloney who we're about to lap? Haas here, I think. It is Maloney. Right, Colapinto, where are we at here? Colapinto's in a good team indeed. Axel, thanks for the follow. Magdalena, thanks for the follow. And Mark, thanks for the follows. Much appreciated. It's 5.5. Max is still fighting Russell somehow. He's 7% tyre life. Let's go a bit more aggressive then. Zabara, thanks for the follow. Antonelli, DRS. The Haas has got out of the way. That's opened the door for Liam Lawson, who's also getting low on tyre life. Antonelli, recovery drive is fully underway. He's up to P7 now. Again, these behind us will get DRS on the start-finish straight, so it might take a couple of laps to lose them.
Piastri in front of you.
Coffee by Sergio, thanks for the gift, much appreciated. Cassell, thanks for the follow. Colapinto, the next champion. Who knows? Who knows? Alright. Yeah, Lawson will have DRS here. What's the gap? It's 7 seconds to the McLarens, and that's actually the Williams of Behrman as well. There's a chance for Antonelli. He's going to have to go some. Should be at least P7 for him here today. Should be at least P7.
Copy that.
Colapinto now within 2.7 of Russell and Verstappen. Colapinto for the win. I don't know. I'm getting a little bit excited, I must admit, because he's got good tyre. Verstappen's tyres are going to drop off the cliff. If he lost the DRS now to Russell, that's going to be it for Verstappen, because he's just maintained it. But once he loses that DRS, that's going to be it for Verstappen. Is he going to try and hang these tyres out to the end? I think he's got to, really. But Verstappen is going to go backwards here. Colapinto, this should be at least P2. We haven't got the greatest of battery with Franco, which is a shame. Franco Colapinto has not won a full race for us. To my knowledge, he's been with Maserati all the way through. Kimi Antonelli got all the wins last year. So this would be mega. I don't quite think we're in the DRS there, were we? Max pits. Max has to concede, and he has to pit. And where is he going to come out? It'll be mighty fast when he comes out, but he's only going to have 5 laps.
Copy.
But Max, it hasn't worked. The one-stopper has not worked. Colapinto's into P2. And now he's got to try and chase down George Russell. I don't want to push on these tyres too hard, too quickly. But there is the Ferrari. Max still in the pits. There's Leclerc. He's going to come out in P9 is Max. Well, that's promoted Antonelli to P6. And Antonelli is only 5 seconds off a podium himself after all this. What is going on? Rocco, thanks for the follow.
Tires, okay.
Copy.
Right, Antonelli has got the ability to push.
If you can try to push a bit now.
Copy.
Colapinto 2.9. to George Russell. Now 3 seconds. We're going to have to start using some of this tyre. Daniel's attack with Colapinto. Yeah, we're going aggressive. Don't want to attack just yet, but I'm going to start going aggressive. Start to hopefully bring that gap down.
Copy.
2.7. Starting to reduce. So where is Max? He's 2.9. He's only 6 seconds off Antonelli. And he'll be attacking like mad on those tyres. So Max got a great chance getting back past Antonelli. Gap 2.3. Now we're starting to go aggressive on the tyres. It's 2.3 seconds. I think we can attack with 3 to go. As Antonelli's pushing, he should be able to attack all the way. Antonelli's 2.8 off Piastri. Some fireworks to come at the end of this race, I think. Colapinto 1.7 now to Russell.
Copy.
He can see the Ferrari red. And he's getting very close to him. I want to get in the DRS. I want to do a bit of top up though, because we're not going to have much battery to pull away. So I don't want to make the attack too early here. But here we are. We've arrived on George Russell. We're getting a nice slipstream now. Let's get a bit of top up underway. Where's Antonelli? He's nearly with these.
Copy.
Try to cool down as much as possible.
Right, here we go, chat. Now we just got to manage this. Oh, good tyre, Delta. Just trying to do a bit of top up here. What I want to do is try and get the move, pull away and secure a victory for Franco Colapinto here. Mr. Marcia, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Right, here comes Colapinto, goes aggressive to the inside, and Russell has to cover off. It opens up the racing line on the outside. Easy work for Franco Colapinto, and he is through. But George Russell will now get the DRS to try and attack him. Antonelli has DRS. We'll have to see if he gets any moves done because we need to stay with this. As George Russell is going to have a look. Nothing doing through there. Let's see if we can break it now. We'll attack on the tyres. Franco Colapinto leads in Bahrain. But now he's got to break the DRS to George Russell. Antonelli has got past Piastri. We get a replay of that now. Late on the inside. Lovely work from Kimi.
Yes, let's go.
Right, it's all about Franco Colapinto right now. We're trying to break this DRS to George Russell. George down to 36%. He's not going to be able to push that hard, George. And I think this is looking very good. George will get a bit of a slipstream down here, but the gap is 1.2. His DRS is shut. There's no DRS for George Russell. Colapinto is looking very good. What about Kimi Antonelli then? He's arrived on what would be a podium for Kimi Antonelli in the end here. So let's concentrate on him now. The gap to Russell, 2 seconds. It's looking very good for Franco Colapinto. Kimi Antonelli. We can be a little bit patient here because we're not going to reach George Russell. It's now about beating these two drivers. Colapinto, the next championship. Yeah. Antonelli on the outside of the McLaren. That's a long way round. He's forced out a little bit, but he will now get DRS. Kimi Antonelli is past Lando Norris, and this gives him a great chance against Ollie Behrman. Behrman, no DRS to defend himself against. Antonelli then moving through on the inside. And Kimi Antonelli. Oh, and Lando Norris is still there, though. They're nearly three wide.
Mod race.
And Lando's still there, but Kimi Antonelli is into P3. Norris now has DRS. No DRS for Antonelli. Can Norris send it on the inside? He has a look, but can't do anything about it. Kimi Antonelli. That is a mega recovery drive. Went for the free stop. We dropped to 15th, changed to a free stop, and he's worked his way back up to P3. And similar with Franco, he now just needs to break this DRS to bring it home. And we will somehow manage our third double podium in a row, but it's been second and third place in China, second and third place in Suzuka, both second places to Kimi. And this time, it's not a second and third. It's going to be a P1, P3. And it's going to be Franco Colapinto on the top step.
You are doing a good job on tyres.
JGF, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated.
Yeah, copy.
Russell's dropped 3 seconds behind here. His tyres have fallen off the cliff. I mean, how much pace has Antonelli got?
No overtake.
Not 9 seconds in a lap and a half, though, I'd suggest. Colapinto, though, is starting the final lap of the race. The gap is 3.4. Verstappen is probably going to get Behrman. Will he get Norris? He'll only get back up to P4. That's going to be crucial in the Drivers' Championship. Max has won 3 out of 3 so far. He's not going to win today, and I don't think he's going to get to the podium. He's going to run out of time. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Last lap from Antonelli, 33 seconds quicker than Russell. Antonelli needed another couple of laps and he would have been making this a 1-2 today. Yuki, is this now? This is F1 Manager 24, so not Formula 1, but it is now, but it's not Formula 1. Verstappen does get Behrman. Now he's on Lando Norris. And Antonelli will use a little bit of battery. Well, actually, I want some battery towards the end here. Max is lurking, but actually it should be okay now. Panicking over, no worries, buddy, no worries. As we jump on board then, with Franco Colapinto. Just a corner or so to go. Is this a mod on F1 Manager? Yes, it is indeed. But Franco Colapinto, he's had to play second fiddle a little bit to Antonelli, but Antonelli is prone to mistakes. Colapinto hasn't made any mistakes. He's driven a fantastic race, and Franco Colapinto wins for the first time for Maserati, and his teammate Antonelli had a spin, and he's got Max Verstappen all over him. Max is getting a mighty old toe, but Max is going to run out of time. Kimi Antonelli recovers well from his spin, dropped to around P15, switched to the free stopper, and he claims P3. But it's a first win for Franco. He runs out of fuel, or maybe he's just so excited he doesn't know what to do once he's a winner. But Franco wins it, and it's Kimi Antonelli P3. The championship leader, Max Verstappen, only P4. Oh, what a race, chat. What a race. A win for Franco. Why are we looking at Williams? We need to see Franco.
Yeah, and in the end, it was a finish in P6. Which
and to celebrate that, if you haven't already, that deserves a like, surely on the stream. So do smash that like button. And if you're not already, do follow or subscribe.
How do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the...
Well, that is our first win of 2027. And it's a first win for Maserati, for Franco Colapinto, and we see it in all its glory there. Up 9 places as well. Started P10. He's got this thing this year, not qualifying too well, not starting the races too well, but he just grows into them. And what a win that is for Franco. George Russell up 5 for Ferrari for P2. Kimi finished where he starts, but that's not really the story of his race. As I say, that spin went all the way down to P15. Points looked unlikely, but the free stopper worked for him. Max Verstappen tried the one stop. Don't know why Red Bull tried that, but we'll take it. And yeah, that has put him P4 today. Lando Norris 5th. Ollie Behrman. Still a good result for Williams, although he started P2, he finishes P6. And these McLarens, they have pace, don't they? On race day, Oscar Piastri up to P7, up 5 places. Albon makes it 2 Williams in the top 10 and 8. Liam Lawson 9th, he drops 5. And Ferrari showing good pace, I guess, with Russell in 2nd. And Leclerc up 8 places to finish 10th. Let's have a look then what that's done to the Drivers' Championship. And Max Verstappen still leads, and I guess luckily for him, his closest compared to Antonelli only finished a place ahead of him. He finished P3, Max P4. Max, normally you'd think, well, why has Max not got 12 points? He's got 13, finished from P4. That's because in 2027, you get a point for the pole position, and Max put it on pole. So every pole you get a point. So that's why Max got 13 this weekend. So Kimi only actually closes within 2 points. The gap is for 31 points. So Max will be happy with that. But this man is very much back in contention after today. Franco Colapinto wins the race, 25 points, gains 10 on Kimi, and only 4 points behind his teammate now. So that is good to see. Franco up to P3. Lando Norris drops to 4th. Russell, good day for him. He doubles his points. and he's up to 5th. Piastri up to 6th. Bortoletto not scoring in the Mercedes. No Mercedes scoring, actually. He's down to 7th. Ollie Behrman also doubling his points. That Williams is doing good things, especially in Bahrain. He's up to 8th. Perez drops to 9th. Tsunoda 10th. As I say, we've had quite a few point scorers early on this year, which I'm liking. And the rest of those are Stroll in 11th. Lawson gets another 2 points, but he's got 5 points this year out of 4 races, where his teammate Verstappen's got 90, so that's hampering them in the constructors. Albon not scoring yet for Williams, so Behrman's actually doing a good job on him, so he gets his first 4 points of the year. Mick Schumacher on 4. Leclerc, though, only another point for Leclerc. He's got 3 points so far this season. Leclerc really struggling in that Ferrari. Gasly 16th, Teo Pourchaire 17th. The rest of the drivers yet to score. Let's have a look at the constructors then, and Maserati have risen to the top. We thought this would happen because really, Red Bull are hampered by only one driver really scoring their points, which is kind of ringing true with real life. But we now lead the constructors, and I'm confident we can win this constructors. The Drivers' Championship is going to be difficult, though, with Max's pace. But we now lead. Red Bull dropped to 2nd. McLaren, not too bad. Only take a point out of Red Bull, though, so they're in 3rd. Good weekend for Ferrari, but as we saw, mainly because of George Russell. Russell getting 18 of their 19 points today. They jumped 2 places from 6th up to 4th. Mercedes don't score, neither do Audi, so they both drop 1 place to 5th and 6th respectively. Williams, very good weekend. They stay in 7th, but they close to the 6th and 5th place teams. RB are in 8th with 4 points. Aston Martin have 2, Alpine have 1, and the only team still yet to score, which is looking like it might go on for quite a while, is Haas. Pit stops, we've been dominating the pit stop competition this year, and we get the quickest stop again today with Franco's 2.035 second stop, and Kimi gets the 6th best stop as well. So we are absolutely going to dominate this championship, I feel, this year. So we're out on top in the pit stop competition. And we would have met our contract targets. Yes, we do. But as I say, if you have dropped in for the very first time today, make sure to subscribe or follow, depending on your platform. And we stream this series every Tuesday and Friday. So if you like what you've seen, we'll be back on Tuesday at the later time from around 7 PM BST. And we'll be heading to Jeddah for round 5 in this 2027 season. Noodle, thanks for the follow. And as I say, if you watched on YouTube, please make sure you're subscribed and check out the Maserati playlist, because as well as the live streams, we drop 2 episodes a week over there. And of course, if you watch TikTok or Twitch, head to the profile in my bio, click the YouTube link and do subscribe, because as I say, if you want to see what's happening in this Maserati series, you can catch all the episodes all the way back from episode 1 starting in 2025, and I think we're on about episode 40 odd, which brings you up to date here to 2027. And before I go, make sure to smash that like button, super appreciated, and thanks for dropping in all the comments, all the follows, all the likes and gifts and donations, all super appreciated. As I say, in terms of the race, it was a very good race in the end, very up and down race. Franco started a bit slow, and the win only really looked on the cards, I think, because of Max's one stop, but I didn't think we'd catch George either. So really good pace from Franco Colapinto. And then Kimi Antonelli, as I say, he looked like he might be able to challenge Max for the win, had that spin, went to P15, then points looked unlikely. But the free stopper that we switched to really did work and had a really good pace at the end and gets us a double podium. But it's all about Franco Colapinto. He wins it, Kimi P3, but Franco claims his first win in Maserati. And hopefully we can continue that work as we head to Jeddah in the next one. Thanks again, everyone, for dropping in. Much appreciated.